Okay, now the first dissolution, excuse me, first dissolution is when earth element dissolves into water element. Then there would be two signs, external signs and also internal signs. So in this case, when the earth dissolves into the water, the external signs would be you'll feel heavy, you will feel your bodies will become smaller and tinier, and you lose the power of energy of the body, and you feel very heavy, and then you would have illusion as if you are sinking in the ground. So that's external signs. Those are the external signs. Then internal sign is we would have a sign of a mirage. Mirage is, you all know that in the summertime, if you look, or in the very hot weather, if you look at the sand, and you'll see a flickering on the sand. Oh, that's called mirage. So when we have this first dissolution, the inner sign would be the mirage. So you will have this illusion of seeing mirage. So that's internal sign. Then the second dissolution, which is water element dissolving into the fire. At that time, the external signs are like will become very thirsty, and our mouth will be dried out, and all the liquids in our body, blood and so on, will start drying up slowly. And then internal sign would be smoke. We will have an illusion of seeing smoke. So smoke, many teachers actually make mistake on this defining this kind of smoke. This, when we say smoke in this case, we will have this, it's not like a usual smoke, you know. It's let's say you made a fire, and then you have smoke in your room, and maybe 5-10 minutes later it will spread all over your room, and then you will see a thin kind of a smoke in your room. That kind of a illusion we will have during the second dissolution. And then third dissolution, which is fire dissolving into dissolving into wind. And that at that point during that dissolution, we will have this external signs of losing our heat and becoming our body cold. So gradually our body will become cold. So that's the external sign. These are the external signs. And then internal sign would be thousands of fireflies just moving in a darkness all over, just moving all over, thousands of them. So that kind of illusion we would have as internal sign for the third dissolution. And then fourth dissolution, which is the wind dissolving into consciousness. At that point, we would have sign as we would have external signs such as stopping the breath. So we will stop breathing. So, and brain will stop working. So that's the external signs. And that person, the doctors will pronounce that person as a dead, clinically dead. But according to Buddhism, that person is still not completely dead, because the consciousness still remains in the body. So according to Buddhism, you can't just cremate that person just because that person has stopped breathing and the brain is not functioning. Okay, so now the internal sign would be a very still flame of a bottle lamp or candle, very still. If you see a candle in a room without any air or wind, it will stay very still, so like that. So it will. So one will have this illusion of seeing a lamp, a flame of a lamp or the bottle lamp in a room. So that would be the internal sign. And then now on, from the fifth dissolution, we would not have external signs, because now everything is related to the consciousness. Now what has remained is consciousnesses. So now fifth dissolution is when consciousness dissolves into the next consciousness, which is called appearance. And that point, the internal sign would be one would see a very clear sky, autumn sky, filled with moonlight, filled with moonlight. So that kind of illusion we will have during the fifth dissolution. And then the sixth dissolution is the appearance dissolves into increasing. The appearance and increasing, these are all consciousnesses, different consciousnesses, much subtler and subtler. It goes subtler and subtler. Let's say, let me explain this way. Consciousness is a relatively coarse consciousness, and then the next consciousness is called the appearance, and then next consciousness is called increasing, and then the next consciousness is called near attainment, and then the most subtle consciousness during the process of death is called clear light. So clear light is very, very important. Okay, let me go back. Now, so the fourth, fifth, right? Okay, now I think fifth dissolution. Now the sixth dissolution is when appearance dissolves into increasing. At that time, we will have this illusion of seeing an autumn sky filled with orange color. Orange color, like just before the sunrise or after the sun set. So we would see this orange color in the sky. Similar appearance or the illusion would occur during that sixth dissolution. Then the seventh dissolution is when increasing dissolves into near attainment. During that time, we will have this illusion of total darkness, clear sky, with nothing, no moon, no stars, just totally clear sky, but no any other lights, or like stars or moons and etc. Just total darkness. So we will have this illusion of total darkness. And so that's the seventh dissolution. But now eighth and the final dissolution is when the I forgot one thing. So when that happens, during the seventh dissolution, the dying person will have this illusion of total darkness, and at one point that person loses his or her consciousness and becomes unconscious. And then it will start. The eighth dissolution, eighth or the final dissolution will start, which is near attainment, dissolving into the clear light. So that point, so the person will have this appearance or the illusion of seeing a very beautiful clear sky, free of all of those lights, black, white, red, and black colors. So you will see this beautiful sky, clear sky, just before the sunrise. So that kind of illusion one would have during the eighth dissolution.